Hi, guys. In brief, a couple of facets of theatrical finance. Going to talk about admission and then city assigned private patronage. Next slide. You need to pay to get in? Yes, you do. Private corporations would lease out the theater from the city and would charge admission to recoup their losses or expenses for installing new seats or creating a stage, etc. A modern example of this is Eugene's Cuthbert Amphitheater. Uh, the amphitheater is owned by the city of Eugene, but is operated by Kesey Enterprises. Admission would have been about 2 obols, so says the Greek historian Demosthenes, and it's assumed that 2 obols is the uniform price for a seat throughout the entire theater. Next slide. There's no direct evidence that the city of Athens would have lent out the Acropolis. However, there is evidence of outlying townships lending out their spaces to private corporations. So we can assume, with Athens being the leader in most social and economic regards, that if small townships were leasing out their spaces, Athens most likely did as well. Next slide. Private patronage in the name of the gods or something. This goes into the concept of the Chorgos, which this institution is the foundation of all artistic patronage, going back from antiquity through what we call the modern producer. Next slide. Korehou, Chorgos. These were the wealthiest men in Attic society, and they would have been assigned to be a Chorgos by the city's Akron. The Akron would pair individual chorogi with playwrights he deemed worthy of sponsorship. These assigned chorgos felt like this was their liturgical duty as well as their civic duty to underwrite and fund theatrical festival events. Next slide. So, who are these guys? We don't know much about them personally, but we do know if they won. There are no remaining personal accounts or personal ledgers, but if your play won at the festival, you got to build your own trophy called a Choragic Monument and have it installed in the city of Tripods, which is a street that surrounded the Acropolis. A Chorgos for Sophocles' Antigone, yes. All scholarly evidence supports that, in fact, Sophocles most likely had financial support of a Chorgos, though we don't know who specifically. And in fact, a contemporary of Sophocles, Cratone, criticizes Anacreon for having failed to grant Sophocles a Chorgos while doing so for a rival playwright. It's my hypothesis that due to Sophocles' prominent standing within Athens and Greater Greece, if not appointed a Chorgos, he would have acted as his own and not necessarily needed a separate producer for his show Antigone. Thanks so much.